I do have a question. There is this thing that was asked, and now I can't read my writing, but it says that the Planning Commission approved an option with no asphalt. Is that in fact accurate?
It is not accurate.
Okay, so there was never a thing that said, go off and do this, bless you, no asphalt. That never happened, or at least there's nothing that in the records that substantiates that claim.
What is before you is a appeal of a variance, and then the two conditions, 7 and 8, for the conditional
Right.
use permit site plan review. What the Planning Commission approved was that the parking lot would adhere to
Right.
both the requirement to pave and to meet the design and lot layout for a commercial parking lot.
Okay, in the course of this journey to here to now, did the Planning Commission ever approve anything without the asphalt being a factor? I'm just asking.
There was an action taken by the commission at an earlier hearing. I'll have to look through my notes
Okay.
and see if I can find what that is.
Go.
I didn't hear specific mention of paving, and I don't have the staff report, so is that one of the
No
ones
paving,
that was
it'll be
struck?
strictly gravel, no paving is required.
Okay, one other point, you mentioned the bollards would be of a particular design and so forth.
You know how our street lamps are kind of fluted?
I understand
Yep.
completely. Is there any possibility of those being generally available and not having to be specially fabricated?
Sure, yes, and I'm pretty sure that they are. Placerville Hardware probably has them.
All right,
Or can get them.
Let's not have a design discussion.
Okay, so we can come back with, all right.
So let me take a shot at this in bullet points. So there's no paving, and tell me if I'm wrong, somebody. We're still in the discussion phase of this motion. No paving, bollards, sign comes down, and an erosion control measure that's probably the raised curb. No, we're done. We can't do that. You know, we can only be so nice. It's one of the rules. The sign, part of the motion is to remove the sign. Is there any discussion from the commission on that?
You wouldn't, I can't see why you would need the sign
well,
if you now have the bollards up and the chain link. That I think is going to be sufficient.
Okay.
If they feel they need a sign, they're going to have to come back for a sign package.
Right. So I know you have emotions, but it's not a debate at this point. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing that. Any other discussion?
What is the treatment of the surface again?
Gravel,
Gravel.
strictly gravel.
Any other discussion? All right, I call the question.
Chairman Wolf, if I may, what staff would recommend, because of the complexity of the motion, the findings, and the like, staff would recommend that you take your action in concept. Therefore, staff will come back with written findings, the written conditions that hopefully reflect the motion as approved
Okay.
for final action at the next meeting.
Yeah, that just means it has to be really clear.
It also helps the applicant understand, because they would get a copy of those as well, so.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I understand, we're not voting on this until next time.
Well, you're voting in concept. You're voting on this motion, but
okay,
staff
thank
is,
you.
because we don't have really anything written down, it's, and
There was so much gut and amend.
there was a lot of
There's
stuff
a lot of
to
gut and amend on this.
Yeah,
Staff,
complicated one.
so you'll be approving the motion in concept and then directing staff to come back with the formal action at the next meeting that you'll take action on, then formal action on.
So for the benefit of the applicants, you sort of know what you have to do and what you can't do, but staff will clean it up. We'll clean it up. It's, isn't democracy fun?
The point of order, the question's been called, but I'll just make the observation. This will give you the opportunity to see if those bollards are relatively available. And if not, that could be something we would have to reconsider. We could probably do that.
Okay, we're calling the question. Let's take a roll call vote, please.
Member Friend.
Aye.
Vice Chair List. Aye. Member Lowry.
Nay.
Member Roby.
Aye.
Chair Wolf.
Aye.